One, two, one, two.
Right, look, you go ahead, man. Look, you fix up. You on your roll there.
Testing. One, two, one, two. Testing. Testing. One, two, one, two, one, two. One, two. Testing. Testing. One, two, one, two. Mic check. Mic check. One, two, one, two, one, two, three, four. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check.
A very special good afternoon to each and every one of you on the live feed up here. From the Frankie Boudin Waterfield International Raceway. Closed session for a test and tune and shakedown of some of the circuit vehicles that take part in the circuit series up here at the Frankie Boudin Waterfield International Raceway. And one of the things to look forward to in the next year will be the introduction of the Miata series, the special Miata series, a series of vehicles that were brought down for a special introductory series that is being hosted right here with the kind compliments of TTASA. What we have going on, ladies and gentlemen, is a very private, very closed event, so don't make your way up on this side. Pay attention to the live feed. Feel free to share the live feed with your friends and family so that you can have an idea of what's happening up here at Waterfield. Closed event, no spectators, just the teams, drivers, and one mechanic and one attendant for each driver. Very strict protocols in place for COVID-19 being observed by TTASA, the management, and the competition committee that is putting on this test and tune event. Very first event for the 2021 season. And we do have some of the Miatas on the track at the moment. Just about 10 vehicles there that are up on the track. About 10 vehicles up on the track, testing and tuning and shaking down. My name is Ray Smith, and I'm very happy to bring the commentary with you this evening And alongside this afternoon is also Luke Warren the Nobrega. Luke.
It seems I'm now on the mic. Welcome back to Frankie Woodram Waterfield International Raceway. Of course, my mic is on. So I thank the technical assistance of the one and only Marky Mark Puxon, with all the technical direction, as Ray does not know he's on camera. As we speak, we're going to...
Track is named after Mr. Frankie Woodram is here, ladies and gentlemen, a racing legend in Trinidad and Tobago. He is here, and he will be on in his GC8. His GC8. He's going to be here in the GC8 on the track in a few moments as well.
I think the senior Franklin actually took a sighting lap in that Subaru earlier today. It does have a massive wing, and that is understated. The wing is huge. I believe he has all the downforce that there ever was everywhere. So we'd also be seeing some of the Miata cars coming out today from the Miata Cup. This is a new drive pushed by TTASA to bring out some more drivers in a very fair and strict class to see who really is the best driver of this Miata class car. Right now out on track, we have car number 71 in a lovely Mobile 1 livery. Just taking some rounds around the track and testing these cars, as this is a test and tune event for all of these drivers. Currently, even in race control, we all have to wear masks. So if we're sounding a little bit muffled, it is due to us basically obeying these restrictions of coronavirus and wearing masks and maximizing on social distancing to keep ourselves safe from this unfortunate pandemic.
So we continue to bring you the action live here, ladies and gentlemen, and in a moment we'll give you the link for the live feed. Luke is on a camera at the moment, so if you see the shots panning and so on, you know that that is Luke Warren de Nobrega, the multi-talented, multifaceted Luke de Nobrega, who is bringing the action and panning the camera at the same time. Person behind bringing us the feed. So we want to thank him very much. Want to thank him very much for assisting us with the feed and making sure that that feed can be brought to you on YouTube. And Trinity Tuna, I think it's coming up on Trinity Tuna in a while. Should be, right? So, the Trinity Tuna principal, Dwayne Budusing. Dwayne Budusing is making effort to bring that up for you on Trinity Tuna. So you can go to Trinity Tuna and check in on Trinity Tuna's live feed for today's event.
So right now we see Renachon chasing down that Miata. Let's see if that B16 has the power to put something towards that Miata. Hopefully the Miata Cup is just that fast.
One of the things that the organizers made a point of doing was limiting the number of people who could participate in today's event. All racers are very interested in getting back into action, having had action shut down just around March last year. But all racers are very, very interested in making sure that they can get back into action. So we encourage all the racers and members of TTASA to get in touch with the management and check with the management in terms of what is happening next, where practice sessions are concerned. These practice sessions are closed to the public. They are not open to the public. Unfortunately, they are not open to the public as we can't have public events as yet. We cannot have public events as yet, but we will have these test and tune events with a limited number of people and all protocols in place while we are up here at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. We want to say a special good afternoon, of course, to all the teams that are here from the Miata series, a brand new series being introduced by TTASA to introduce racing, circuit racing, at a much more affordable price point. So if you're interested in getting involved in the sport, you can feel free to get in touch with the other members of the management team and ask them about the Miata series, whether or not it's fully subscribed. I don't believe it's fully subscribed just yet. So it might be something for you to look at a little later on in 2021, once restrictions have been lifted and we can get back to normal activity. Once that happens, then we will get back to normal racing and public events. In the meantime, test and tune events only, private events with a few teams who are up here practicing and just getting some laps in, because that is all that we're able to do at this time. Luke?
The beauty in this race is that motorsport has always been somewhat of a social distance sport. The only time social distancing stops happening is when drivers they have contact. But besides that, 6 feet is a standard thing in motorsport. So beautifully, it's a sport that is automatically social distance. The only update we have made is basically that all people within the pit that are working on cars and the close family of the drivers must wear masks while being in the pit or around, just sticking with the government regulations of Trinidad and Tobago. But with that in mind, this has also been a great push for TTASA as it pushes it closer to a modern motorsport technology, basically showing drivers that we can stream the content and not just have you guys come out physically, but also watch this via the internet once you have a good connection. So we'll be happy to stream you more events like this going forward for all events, even after these sanctions are lifted. So if you're out of the country or in the country or too far to go see a race, simply hop online and just jump on the stream and do enjoy and support your local driver.
And the action is live on Trinity Tuna on the homepage. The action is live on Trinity Tuna, ladies and gentlemen. So if you can't find it on YouTube, you can go on to Trinity Tuna and you can find a live feed on Trinity Tuna right now. Trinity Tuna, one of the institutions of motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago, bringing you motorsport and car culture activities for the last 21 years. It's 21 years, not so? Yeah. It's 21, is this year? 21, correct. 21 years. Trinituna, a stalwart in the motorsport industry, a stalwart in the car culture in Trinidad and Tobago, and still going strong. The site is now finally legal to vote. It has attained the age of legality at 21 years. So once again, we say a special good afternoon to each and every one of you. We welcome you to the live feed of the Test and Tune event being brought to you here with the kind compliments of TTASA, as well as the other teams that are here, especially the teams trying out the vehicles for the Miata series. A Test and Tune event. They're just going through some paces. All COVID restrictions in place. All COVID guidelines in place. Lockdown event, private event, no spectators allowed, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're thinking about it, please don't make your way up here. No spectators allowed, but we are making an effort to try to continue bringing you this event live. We turn you back over to the live feed for the moment. You have a couple of the cars on the track. And as we pointed out, all they're doing at the moment is going through some pieces. All right? So stay tuned. We will be right back.
Where are we going though? I think Ray just left me. Ray has left. I think Ray just left me. Ray has left me. I'm all by myself now. I am the lone commentator and cameraman. I'm taking the wheel, guiding us into some excitement as we follow some cameramanning and mic manning on this lovely day. I must say, I do like the small one, Miata. Was doing some very nice drifts coming out to the last one as he steps out the back there. And it's captured on video because I am the best cameraman ever there was. Sorry, I got excited there. I did get excited. But again, these drivers are having a great time with their cars. They're still setting up the suspension and get everything tuned in right. But again, not a very big power class, but it's a very, very fun and highly competitive class. So we look forward to see who comes out the champion at the end of this year in this Miata Cup and who simply makes it to the end. I'll get carried away, too high up. I do think I see in the pit one Ryan Peru coming out with his Swift. And I am right. I believe that is the man himself, Ryan Peru, now making his way out on track. That's a briefing with the marshal before he gets way onto track. And there he is in that white Suzuki Swift Gen 2. I lost them. Right now we are out on track in that baby blue and orange car. That is, I believe it's Ronald Woodman. And there we have the Miata taking it to Ryan Peru as they drag their way down the track. And the Miata does have a bit more legs than that Suzuki Swift. But let's see if he has the dexterity to fend off Ryan through the back section. Again, this is not a competition event. This is simply a test and tune as these drivers take the moment to shake down their vehicle. Ryan is on the back of the Miata. Franklin Boudram himself just shaking around that Subaru with that massive wing and a lovely white and green livery. Meanwhile, the Miata is shaking off Ryan Peru. Again, this is a cup-built race car versus a daily driver. As we jump on board with that Subaru, driven by the man himself, Franklin Boudram. The lovely number car 44. Very distinct song made by that boxer engine. Again, very unique choice of car, as always from the Franklin Boudram camp. In the pit hill today, I did see the Singh dynasty, represented by Ravi Singh himself, as well as his daughter, Bridget Singh. And I believe he has the Radical to bring out today, so we do look forward to seeing the Radical a little bit later today. Fresh out on track, we do have Nikhil Singh. Nikhil Singh in a black Acura RSX. That is out of the H&N Racing Camp. He's the son of Group 2 driver. I think it's Group 2. Yeah, Group 2 driver, Harish Nanan. Yeah, yeah. That's it, Nikhil Nanan. I may have these things messed up, but my facts will have to be checked as we continue to watch these drivers take some time for the first outing of 2021 to enjoy the track and enjoy their vehicles as they shake them on before competition starts. And that Subaru's making some very weird noises. But just for the Subaru guys out there, are those all normal sounds? Is that how Subaru's supposed to sound?
I would like to formally apologize for Luke's terrible, terrible, awful camera panning.
I quit as Mark is making some very derogatory statements of me as he chomps on a Subway. And he hasn't even offered me a bite of said Subway. But I'm not pointing any fingers. I'm not pointing any fingers. I could do the doubles right now, real, real bad. Or even some chicken. I don't know, some fried chicken would be like real, real nice right now. Also, as Ray has left me to do this by myself, I've begotten a little bored. But honestly, to you guys, I do see that this Miata racing is going to be very close racing as we see that Gulf livery and Mobile One looking livery are fighting it out as they go through the Costa. And it looks to be a very interesting battle to take place in the near future. As we see these drivers just testing the water of their competition to see what's going on, where they can get away with, and where they can outdrive the other driver. We now have one the FSR3 radicals driven by Ravi Singh. Ravi Singh in that black and fluorescent green car. And these radicals are currently, I believe they were the old lap record holders of the track. And they are powered by a 1340 Hayabusa engine. So basically, cars that are powered by bikes are usually faster than cars that are powered by car engines. That's what I'm going with. No one's here to defend this battle, so I will take these things out and have my rants undefended by myself. So let's follow along with Ravi Singh as he takes his first sighting lap around the track in a long time for this 2021. Again, this car is all about the aero, all about that grip and maximum attack. And now we have the RS01. That is even no RS01 now making its way on track. I'm going to try my best here, guys, give the best panning that I can do. I've been practicing for the last 10, 12 laps. And it is Frankie Boudram himself. And I'm not capturing anything at all. If you see him zigzagging, you're wondering why he's going left and right. He's just trying to get some heat into those tires before he starts taking that car for a proper push. Yo.
The live feed is still on, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back and we thank you very much for being here with us on the live feed. You can check the live feed at trinituna.com for those of you who are online at the moment. Ray Smith still here with you along with Luke Lenobriga, bringing to you the action live from the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. A little while ago, we saw the beautiful looking RS01 piloted by Franklin Boudram, making some test passes. The car looking like it was just warming up in terms of getting the getting itself together. But we do have action still continuing here at the moment.
Yes. Hi guys, I'm back. So we have seen all three cars out of the Frankie Boudram camp. We have seen the Subaru driven by grandfather Frankie himself, Franklin Boudram. We've seen Frankie Boudram driving the RS01, as Ray just mentioned, that beautiful Renault car. And last but not least, we did see Zachary Boudram piloting none other than the car his father won his last championship in, which is the Megane, Renault Megane. That used to be in a lovely blue flow livery, now it's in a matte red livery. So again, very pretty cars out of that camp. And right now the track has gone a little bit quiet as most drivers have gone back to the pit just to make some small tweaks before they come back out on track for maybe their second to last session of testing, as we will be closing off here today at 5 p.m. Currently, we are looking at showing you the feeds from the actual timing system, thanks to the great work of Mark Pogson and Dwayne Budusing, as they come together to drop some lap times right on the screen. So we'll see what we're talking about, see who's going fast and whose car is really, really slow. Again, we're not pointing any fingers, but again, this is what it's all about. This is about improving, getting your car better, improving your trade, improving your skill, and making the best out of every track day that you get.
We are standing by, ladies and gentlemen, for action to continue here at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. Based on the organizers, we're being informed that all cars are being brought in at the moment for the purpose of doing their minor checks and to ensure that all protocols are in place with regard to the vehicles as well as the teams. The TTASA doing a sporadic check to make sure that all protocols are in place. So that is taking place right now. We are on standby at the moment before any other cars go back out onto the track. Standby on at the moment until we can get the cars back onto the track. This is a live feed being brought to you with the kind compliments of TTASA. Right here at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway, we once again want to say a special good afternoon to none other than Mr. Frankie Boudram himself, who is here this afternoon in his GC8, making some laps around the track. He did a little earlier. Of course, the Boudram family, the Boudram name synonymous with motorsport in Trinidad and Tobago. Franklin Boudram, his son, is here in his very special Renault RS01, as well as the young Frankie Zachary Boudram, who is also here in the Renault Megane. So we look forward to seeing those cars making some laps a little later on this afternoon. Some of the young drivers who are involved in today's activity: Bridget Singh, one of the only women who is involved in the activity here this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And Mark Gill has the fastest time of 44.452. Thank you very much. Luke Denobrega, thank you very much. Mark had the fastest time of 44.452. Mark Gill, of course, driving the number 8 Honda Civic, sponsored by Mobile. Nice to see him back in action here up at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. So Ravi and Bridget piloting car number 77. Nikhil Nanan, one of the young drivers in the coming out of the karting series, is now getting his feet wet at the Wallafield circuit in circuit racing. He's piloting a Honda Integra, car number 30. That's Nikhil Nanan. Aaron Mohammed, another graduate out of Trinidad and Tobago Karting Association in the number 9 Civic. Michael Ross, one of the new entrants in the Miata Spec Series, is car number 151. Brandon Singh, another graduate out of the Trinidad and Tobago Karting Association, car number 73 in that Honda Civic. Daryl Singh, car number 76, a usual competitor in the Group 1 category of racing up here at Wallafield, at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. Aaron Atchon, the pilot of the Bad Apple, car number 95, that red Honda Civic, EK9, if I'm not mistaken. Need to double check that. And of course, we also have Suraj Jagannath in car number 37. Ryan Peru, the members rep for TTASA, and one of the organizers of today's event, is piloting that white Swift, Suzuki Swift is what he's piloting. We also have Woodman Racing, car number 47, generally piloted by Justin, but Ronald Woodman is also driving that as well. And car number 71, another Miata, piloted by Jason Ross, sorry. So nice to see them all in action here this afternoon, and we should be seeing some action a little later on. So in the meantime, we ask you to stand by as we bring back we resume action shortly. But in the meantime, the management of TTASA, along with the officials who are here and the marshals who are here as well, making sure that all protocols are in place and maintaining today's guidelines for today's event. TTASA's Test and Tune Circuit Racing Shakedown event taking place right here at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. Stand by for more action. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, and we do have some action taking place right now at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. Today's Test and Tune event being brought to you with the kind compliments of TTASA. And of course, we do have several cars on the track at the moment. We have the GT8 44 of none other than the legend himself, Frankie Boudram. The facility is named after Frankie Boudram, and Frankie Boudram, the patriarch of the Boudram clan. On the track as well, we also have Bridget Singh. It's either Bridget Singh or Ravi Singh in that radical. The beautiful RS01, piloted by Franklin Boudram, and of course, car number 37, that Civic, piloted by Suraj Jagannath. Suraj Jagannath is coming out of the Maxis camp. We say a special good afternoon to the Maxis team. Mr. Singh, his brother Mr. Singh, and Mr. Singh's son, Arvind. Arvind is the young man who drives the Maxis Civic. So it's nice to see them here supporting Suraj Jagannath. So just 4 cars on the track at the moment. And like I say, not a race, absolutely not a race at the moment. These drivers are all just going through paces at the moment. Just going through paces at the moment. Coming around the bottom corner, making their way up the straight, heading to the top corner as they continue to go through the pieces and get some laps in right here at the Frankie Boudram Wallafield International Raceway. On the camera that is covering the straight at the moment is none other than Luke Denobrega. And we also see one of the other Civics coming out. That's car number 151, piloted by Michael Ross. Car number 151, piloted by Michael Ross today, ladies and gentlemen. A beautiful Sunday afternoon right here up in the eastern part of the island. A nice breeze is covering the facility at the moment, and with easterly winds blowing in a westerly direction. So we're very thankful for that. Beautiful sunshine and beautiful weather conditions. Luke.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm back. Yeah, I was doing some camera work just now. As we see, the RS01 is having a nice little time out on track with the radical as he just got past that radical. And now he's going to open it up a little bit. Let's see what times he puts out. Is picking up this RS01. Currently, this is the record-holding car at Franklin International Raceway. So let's see what it has and see what Franklin has after a nice little vacation. Now come back out to the track to experience the power of that RS01. Unfortunately, RS01 does not have its transponder on at this point in time, so we do not have the honor of seeing the time that this car is putting down. But trust me when I say, this car is moving. Let's see if Ravi Singh has what it takes to keep up with this RS01, but it's highly unlikely as this DTM car is built for speed.
Action continues here, ladies and gentlemen, at the Frank Bojan Wallafield International Raceway as we continue to bring you live as a test and tune event taking place right here, right now. We advise that this is a closed event. No spectators are allowed. No spectators are allowed, so don't, as is traditional, when there's racing about Wallafield at the Frankie Bojan Wallafield International Raceway, people tend to jump in their cars and make their way up to the track. But we're asking you kindly not to do that today, as today's event is a closed event and the circuit is closed to spectators. The intention, of course, by the organizers, the Trinidad Tobago Automobile Sports Association, TTASA, is to ensure that COVID guidelines are being maintained as per the instructions of the Ministry of Health and, of course, with the guidance of the Trinidad Tobago Police Service. So we're making sure that all of those guidelines are in place, ensuring social distancing, ensuring that everyone is properly masked. There are sanitization stations around the facility that have been set up by the organizers just to ensure that. Please check out trinituna.com and make sure that you share the live feed. You can get it on trinituna.com on the homepage of Trinituna. Trinituna, bringing to you the auto culture and motorsport of Trinidad and Tobago for the last 21 years. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank you very much for staying with us. Those of you who are here with us this evening, we want to thank you very much. And if you are just joining, we welcome you to the TTASA Test and Tune event taking place right here at the Frankie Bujam Wallafield International Raceway. You want me to stay in that place? We're just dealing with some temporary conditions here, ladies and gentlemen, but we are trying our best to bring to you this action here. We are trying to bring this action to you here this evening, this afternoon, on this beautiful Sunday afternoon right here at the Frankie Bujam Wallafield International Raceway. Again, we say a special good afternoon to the president of TTASA, who is here with us this afternoon, Mr. Faizul Madan, the president of TTASA, here with us this afternoon. The drivers are setting up for a test race here this afternoon. The idea is to just be able to go through the pieces, check the timing systems, check the start-stop systems, check all of the systems normally used for racing activity.
I think the Civics are confused. I'm not sure if it's a Miata race or it's a mixed bag, but I'm betting on a Civic.
So there are a couple of Civics that are out as well, Luke, it looks like, and we should be having
one horse in this race. One horse.
One.
And his name is Mark Gill. Where's that horse?
Yeah. Right, so what they're doing is they're staggering the starts. Or at least so it looks like, as Aaron makes his way back around the track. Looks like they're staggering the starts. Car number 71. The circuit racing fraternity in his Evo 7 and dominated or made attempts to dominate that class, as well as now looking at the Miata class. So it's nice to see Christian back in action here at the Frankie Bujam Wallafield International Raceway. Car number 47 is piloted by Justin Wortman, the son of Ronald Wortman, Agent Orange as he's known. Agent Orange, car number 47 in the Group 3 Orange Civic. This is his son, Justin, who is a graduate also from the Trinidad and Tobago Karting Association. One thing to note, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of the drivers who are coming into this series are drivers who would have graduated from the karting championship series. So it's a good place to start when you're getting involved in your karting career, in your racing career. You get involved in kart racing first before getting into an actual car. Kart racing will teach you all of the rudiments of racing, as well as give you guidelines that allow you to be able to become more proficient as a race driver. Car number 37, that Civic, is driven by Suraj Jagannath. Car number 73, Suraj Jagannath comes out of the Maxis team. Car number 73 is piloted by Brandon Singh, another graduate of the Kart Racing Association. That's Brandon Singh, car number 73. Next name, we have another Civic whose number I can't see. That's Darrell Singh. That's 76. 76, that's Darrell Singh. Darrell Singh is a Group 1 competitor, Group 1 champion competitor, if I'm not mistaken. That's Darrell Singh, car number 76. Car number 9 is piloted by the AM Hardware, Aaron Mohammed. Aaron Mohammed, another graduate of the Trinidad and Tobago Karting Association. Car number 95 is piloted by Aaron Achan. The White Swift is piloted by Ryan Piru. And Mark Gill is in car number 8 in the back, starting as the back marker. Should be very interesting.
That is my horse race.
Yeah.
That is my horse in the race.
I don't choose horses in races, but it should be very interesting to see how this action goes here.
Right now we're having a flag handover between Young Nanan and the com chair himself, Debbie Nath. Famous photographer, famous rally driver, famous all kind of things, Swift guys, Debbie Nath. So again, if you're watching this now and tuning into the live stream, feel free to share this live stream on Facebook, on WhatsApp, and anywhere else, so some people could get a chance to enjoy some beautiful racing. Again, guys, we are doing all that we can to honor the actual regulations as these drivers are now warming up for a start of this mock race. As we go green, and this flag is up, they're off! They're off!
Green flag, and the drivers get the green flag, ladies and gentlemen, nice and clean. A good clean start for all of them. Standing start for all of them as they make their way down to the top corner for the first time in this one. Nice clean start for all drivers as we look at the top corner to see what's happening, but the action is concerned up on the top there. Normally very testy up on top there, but it's very nice and clean. Some of the Civics getting beyond the Miatas, nice and cleanly. Remember, the Miatas are entry class. The Civics are coming out of Group 1. Mark Gill is driving a Group 2 Civic. And just as expected, Mark Gill in car number 8 makes his way up to the top of the pack very early on. So Mark Gill is currently in the lead, followed by Aaron Mohammed, followed by Jagannath, then followed by Darrell Singh, Brandon Singh, Christian Bourne, Justin Whitman, Michael Ross, Junior Ross, Jason Ross, sorry, Ryan Peru, Aaron Achan, and Michael Ross is your back marker at the moment. So those are the cars in the running order at the moment. Nice clean start for them. Mark Gill, being the experienced competitor that he is, started all the way in the back, but is now making up a nice gap between himself and the rest of the runners in the pack. Mark Gill has been out of action for a little while, but it's nice to see him back in action up here at the Frankie Boudin Wallafield International Raceway. So Mark Gill in that mobile sponsored in car number 8, followed by Aaron Mohammed in car number 9. Jagannath is in car number 37. They are your top 3 cars. The leading Miata at the moment is piloted by Justin Whitman.
Gill is currently running away with this race. He's way out front. He went from last to first in the first lap alone, and now he is blistering at the front of his track as all other drivers are left in the dust. Again, this is just goes to show the composure of such an experienced driver, which is Mark Gill.
I'm going to thank Luke for his continued commentary there as he continues to work double duty here today. We thank Luke very much for his effort. Luke Denolberg, a former bike champion here in Trinidad and Tobago, taking on the responsibility of being able to bring you the action live here as well. Mark Gill is taking it to all other competitors, ladies and gentlemen. Car number 8, Mark Gill doing quite well. Managing that Civic, champion Civic. Did very well here in Trinidad and Tobago as well as around the region in this car. Ladies and gentlemen, this car was for sale some time back. Maybe you could check with Mark Gill if you're interested in getting involved in the sport. Car number 9 still in second place. Car number 37 in third. In fourth, Darrell Singh in car number 76. Brandon Singh in car number 73. And Justin Whitman giving Brandon a little run for his money at the moment in that Miata. Justin is all over the back of Brandon Singh. Christian Bourne is the next Miata. Then Aaron Achan. Then the 2 Ross boys and Ryan Peru. Brian Peru is the second to last in that Swift. But that's what's happening up on top. So it's all nice and spread out. Very well spread out, nice and evenly spread out. Mark Gill is in a class of his own at the moment. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, that is a Group 2 Civic. The fastest car in the group, in the cars that we have on the track at the moment. So Mark Gill quickly coming up on the back marker. That is 151. That is Michael Ross. Mark Gill quickly coming up on Michael Ross as the back marker, lapping the field. Generally doing a 4 or 5 second time faster than the rest of the Civic. Brandon Singh on the mid pack is giving a little challenge there to Darrell. Daryl Singh and Brandon Singh having a little battle there. Three side by side coming up these straight away. Brian and Brandon. Nicely done. Brandon just back. Brandon just back. But Justin is right there with them. Driving with them head to head at the moment. Justin Wortman in that Miata. Giving the group one civics a little run for their money. Justin is doing quite well. He's getting the better of Brandon at the moment. Where that little battle is taking place. Right now, we should be seeing Mark Gill coming around the bottom corner as the back marker is now making his way back up to the top of the track. So nice bit of action coming around here. Lots of smoke coming out of Suraj Jagannath's car. But the action is still in the mid-pack between Justin Wortman. Justin Wortman giving car number 76, Daryl Singh, a little run for his money at the moment as well. Getting the better of Brandon Singh. Falling behind, trying to get out of that draft of Daryl Singh at the moment. Nicely done there for him. Justin in the draft of Daryl, trying his best. Brandon giving some little challenge in the top corner. Nice little battle for them between these three cars in the mid-pack. Mark Gill making his way back through the pack again, getting around Michael Ross, getting around Ryan Piru. Mark Gill making his way up again. Justin Wortman making his way around the bottom corner, handling nicely. Brandon Singh can't seem to catch up with Justin in that Miata. So the battle is really in the mid-pack. The top position has been defined by Mark Gill. No two ways about it. Mark has defined his top position in this race comfortably. The next position is car number 9, which is young Aaron Mohammed. But it looks like Justin has gotten the better of the other two as they come into the checkered flag. Coming into the checkered flag. A little battle taking place right there again with Jagannath. Jagannath and Jensen racing down again. Justin Wortman gets the better of Jagannath. Finishes ahead of those two Civics in that Miata. Nicely done for them. Nice clean race for all drivers. Nice clean race for all drivers. Checkered flag being waved by another graduate of the Trinidad and Tobago Karting Association, Nickel Nanan, helping the competition secretary today, Mr. Devinath. Not an official event, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, but of course the drivers going through some paces. And Mark Gill, in that Group 2 Civic, car number 8, obviously getting the better of everyone else. He started as the back marker, got to the top corner as the race got off, and never looked back. Mark Gill, car number 8, sponsored by Mobil. In second position would have been AM Hardware Limited, sponsored Aaron Mohammed. And just waiting on official word from the officials as to who the official third place was. But Justin Wortman giving the guys a run for their money in that Miata. Justin Wortman at car number 47, doing quite well. Unofficially it should be Suraj Jagannath placing third. Luke, what you thought about it? Luke is on the camera, so he's not on the mic. But Luke says he's at a loss for words because it was so exciting. He cannot believe that these Miatas are doing so well.
That is not true. I actually said my horse has been picked and my horse has won the race. Congratulations goes out to Mark Gill as he put on another dominating performance. Mark Gill is one of the drivers. When he comes out to win. No second, no third place here. Go for the win and the win alone. Congrats, Mark.
No, next event, we'll organize some streams sometime. And we'll do it properly. And we'll have all these.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a test and tune event being brought here with the kind compliments of the TTASA. They're checking out the Miatas and making sure that the Miatas are doing well insofar as the pieces are concerned, where the track up here is concerned, up at the Frankie Boudran Wallafield International Raceway. Beautiful Sunday afternoon here in the eastern part of the island, and we look forward to continuing to be able to bring you motorsport events up here at Wallafield. Justin Woodsman holding his checkered flag as the winner of the Miata class in this combined event here this combined race this afternoon. So nice to see Justin collecting the first checkered flag from the Miata Cup Series. We look forward to many more things coming out of this series going forward. We expect to see some much more activity during the course of the year. There will not be the same number of events, but when TTASA is having an event, we will advise and will be in a position to share with you the live feeds. More than likely, they will all be closed. Meanwhile, we will share with you when next we are bringing our live feed. Remember to check 3D Tuner for the live feed, as well as the TTASA homepage for action when it's coming to you here at Wallafield. Stand by, stand by. We will advise if there's anything else happening up here for you in a moment.